Indian Air Force had signed a contract with the United States government and Boeing Limited in September 2015 for 22 Apache helicopters. United States Aerospace major Boeing handed over the first 4 of the 22 Apache attack helicopters to the Indian Air Force, while another batch of 4 choppers will be delivered next week. The delivery of the first batch of the AH-64E Apache helicopters to the Indian Air Force, at the Hindon Air Base, came nearly 4 years after a multi-billion-dollar deal for the choppers was sealed. Boeing said the first batch of the Apaches arrived in India and an additional 4 choppers will be delivered to the Indian Air Force next week. The 8 choppers will then move to the Pathankot Air Force Station for their formal induction by the Indian Air Force in September, it said. The AH-64E Apache is one of the world's most advanced multi-role combat helicopters, and is flown by the United States Army. The Indian Air Force had signed a multi-billion-dollar contract with the United States government and Boeing Limited in September 2015 for 22 Apache helicopters. Additionally, the Defense Ministry in 2017 approved the procurement of 6 Apache helicopters along with weapons systems from Boeing. This will be its first fleet of attack choppers. Senior Indian Air Force officials said the addition to the Apache fleet will significantly enhance the force's combat capabilities, as the chopper has been customized to suit Indian Air Force's future requirements. The arrival of the Apaches, ahead of schedule, validates Boeing's commitment to delivering on its promise of modernizing India's defense forces. Boeing has ensured high rate of mission readiness, and increased operational capabilities through its current partnerships with the Indian Air Force, Boeing said in a statement. The company has delivered more than 2,200 Apaches to customers around the world since the aircraft entered production, and India is the 14th nation to select it for its military. By 2020, the Indian Air Force will operate a fleet of 22 Apaches, and these first deliveries are ahead of schedule, Boeing said. The aerospace major said the AH-64E has the latest technology insertions, maintaining its standing as the world's best attack helicopter. The AH-64E Apache for the Indian Air Force completed successful first flights in July 2018. The first batch of Indian Air Force crew began their training to fly the Apache in the United States in 2018. It is the only available combat helicopter with a spectrum of capabilities for virtually any mission requirement. For the AH-64E, this includes greater thrust and lift, joint digital operability, improved survivability and cognitive decision aiding. It is uniquely suited to meet the commander's needs, including reconnaissance, security, peacekeeping operations, and lethal attack, in both land and littoral environments, all without reconfiguration, it said.
หมดเลยกระจกมันตัด Alright.
And when the pilots run it up,
Hey, sir, you go ahead and do the triangulation.
oh, what's up? Hey guys, change your plans again.
All right, that works.
8 PDs, 4 MPSMs. I know how you know how to do this.
You got a loose flash suppressor?
Yes, sir.
Yeah, I got a loose flash suppressor. A loose flash suppressor.
Why don't you tighten it, Nate? No, you got...
That was good.
Hey, you only need one. No, where with the rest of you? You gonna take... From our aircraft.
Oh, they don't?
Yeah, they don't.
Oof.